So, you guys gotta realize when you do Call of Duty game, there's gonna be graphics in there. Alright? You're gonna have graphics. They're gonna be adding guns. And they're also going to be adding maps.
Hello everyone and welcome to a redo of the episode 1 of the Gamers' Rights Podcast. If you tuned in last time in any way, shape, or form, or if you know what we went through, for some reason, it seems like the Ustream live stream was interfering with my recording, so I don't even know. I don't even care anymore. We're back. We're better than last week.
Exactly, even though we have half the team, so yeah.
Half the team, if even that.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just us three pals and amigos, podcast.
The Three Musketeers.
Exactly.
The Three ISO Tears.
That's a good one.
So I am Compbros. I'm not gonna. Don't call me Competition Bros. It's just too long. Or you can call me Albert. I really don't care. And these two are.
Well, my name is MrMario2011. That's a full name. A bunch of people call me Mario or Mr. Mario. My real name is Danny. So you can pick your poison.
I'm Roxas2219. You can call me Roxas, and my real name is undisclosed.
Too close. You have to bleep that out. The government just dropped that part from it.
Exactly. Hey man, you gotta make sure you gotta stealth patch your games.
All that illegal activity. Shut that down. Okay, so right now we're talking about the games coming out in the fall and winter of this year. We're also going to talk about our most anticipated games coming out either this year or next year or within the next 5 years. That includes, you can say it, Half-Life 3 if that's what you want.
Well, I'm not sure 5 years from now.
Yeah, 10 years.
We're going to talk about games we love or hate that other people hate or love. And we're going to talk about The Dark Knight Rises. I'm going to bash the crap out that movie, but...
Alright, okay, let's get started on this.
Okay, so Persona 4 Arena.
Persona 4? Albert, you're the only one out of all of us that's played it. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I've been wanting to.
It's good. It's an amped up Guilty Gear. That's the best way I could put it. I was always apprehensive about fighting with the Personas and how that would affect it. Because it seemed like some of the stuff was overpowered, especially for like resets or stuff.
Right.
But yeah, it's really good.
Have you heard about the network issues that were going on in the Japanese release? Well, the only release that was going on, but have you heard about the really bad network issues?
Oh yeah, for the Xbox 360, that it really lagged.
With King of Fighters that came out recently.
Oh, I played King of Fighters on the PlayStation 3 like the first week it came out, and it was just so laggy. That's like one of the worst netcodes I've ever played on.
I remember when I first played Dead or Alive 4, this was years ago, and sorry to get a little off topic, but like I had so much lag that it would lag like 2 seconds between moves, so you actually had time to think about what you were going to throw.
Okay, next, Sleeping Dogs. The, let's just call this true crime wherever they are, Hong Kong or whatever.
Hong Kong or something like that.
That's basically what it is, but they couldn't acquire the license or whatever.
Right.
It looks good.
That looks pretty good, actually.
I mean, I'm not super excited about it. I probably will play it at one point to try it out, but it's not a bad game.
It's a sandbox game that emphasizes more on brutal hand-to-hand stuff as opposed to just running around in cars or shooting prostitutes, looking at you Grand Theft Auto.
Right. Well, you don't just shoot them; you have to get a health pickup as well.
What? Darksiders II. I've never been a fan of the Darksiders series, and everybody keeps telling me it's like it's something that Zelda could learn a thing or two about.
I was about to say everybody compared it to Zelda.
I don't see it. I only played like 2 hours of it, but I just don't see it.
Played more than me. I played about 30 minutes of it, and I'm not calling it a bad game. I just couldn't get into it for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's just not a game for me.
The game that I would say that everyone loves and I hate. Sorry to skip ahead, but I played for like 2 hours, and it just didn't click. I didn't get any of it.
It felt like the people who paid $60 for it, like when it first came out, were people that were like forcing themselves to play it because they paid $60.
I can see that, and then they're just like, "Oh yeah, I really liked it." Transformers, Fall of Cybertron, whatever.
I wasn't into the Transformer games. Sorry about that.
The previous game was okay-ish.
I felt like it was really awkward controlling a bunch of robots like they were just regular humans for some reason.
I don't know. I understand the gimmick of transforming and flying around the map and stuff. It seemed interesting, but just seeing it in action, I wasn't really into it.
Right.
Madden 13, I should have put all the sports titles together and just said, who cares?
Yeah, I'm going to refer to this again, but last time we did this podcast, I referred to this list as a sports sandwich because every few games we would have a sports title that none of us cared about.
Nobody cares about.
But I guarantee that if you trade in, is it NCAA or what? Like if you trade like the college football game for this year, like ahead, like I don't know, a few weeks before Madden 13 comes out, you can get like $30-$40 for it in trade at GameStop, which is the best you're ever going to get because you know in like 6 months it's going to be worth about $10.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing with all sports games. This should just cover all of them. Like it doesn't matter what features are added in. Sometimes games will be better, sometimes the games will be worse. The point is, after about a year, it's going to be $5 in the bargain bin.
Yeah, no matter how good it's made, there's always one next year. You can always count on it.
Exactly.
Because it's easier. It makes more money to put out a $60 title every year than to just update the roster on an already solid game.
Right. Who goes to the midnights for these games?
I know literally nobody. I don't.
Midnight?
Yeah,
yes,
like midnights for them.
They have release parties. They have game day tournaments. The release day tournaments that are worth like $5,000 for Madden. It's ridiculous.
They do.
Ratchet and Clank collection. I don't.
The Ratchet and Clank series.
I had never played it, but I'm personally interested in it.
I played the first ones. I think the first one was great, but eventually it turned into more of a shooter or something.
Right. They had to just kind of adapt to what they thought people wanted. I thought it was an interesting series, but for some reason I was more interested in Jak and Daxter at the time.
Yeah. At the time it was Jak Daxter that was
right.
a lot better, at least for me.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, Guild Wars 2. Don't know it, don't care it.
I mean,
anybody else?
We were talking about this before, and it's like, I remember this was years ago when the first Guild Wars came out, but what people liked about that one so much was that it was an MMO that you pay for, and that's it. You don't have to buy any membership, in-game items, or anything. You just pay for the game, and that's it. You're done with it. So a lot of people liked it because of that, because they're like, it's an upgraded RuneScape, but it's kind of like a downgraded World of Warcraft that you don't have to pay monthly for.
The Walking Dead Episode 3. I want it.
I've heard very good things about this series. I need to catch up.
I've actually just been playing the first episode on my iPad. I haven't even finished it, but it's really great.
Okay.
Episode 2 blows Episode 1 out the water.
That's
like it's so much better.
But the decisions are so hard. I had to restart it like 3 times.
Oh yeah, some of them are just. I felt so bad with some of it.
So it's one of those decision-based games at the same time?
Yeah, every once in a while they'll give you a decision like, do you save this kid or do you save this guy? Do you save this girl? Do you save this? In episode 2, this is very early on, but the food is running out. So they'll give you the food items and they'll say, okay, go give the food items to people. There's like 4 items to feed like 9 people. There's a way to get very good with everybody. I think you got to feed the 2 kids, the old crotchety man, and somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah, but the worst part is that they're time decisions.
Oh, yeah. You can't just sit there and think about it for 40 years.
Actually,
they'll give you like 15 seconds.
I didn't choose anything because I wasn't ready.
Can you at least
and
pause
I
the
got punished
game?
for it. No.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they like, come on, make a decision, let's go. People are dying.
Hey.
The iPad controls are not really good for that kind of decision making really quick.
So you kind of got to almost pull the John Kerry right there, where it's like, okay, I'm going to save this person. Well, actually, maybe I should save this person instead.
And if you don't do anything, they either pick for you or you just, it's a bad decision.
It's a bad decision. It's like, you know what? You're going to die for doing this.
NHL 13, blah, 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 blah. Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
Tekken Tag Tournament, this game is going to have a huge bar to jump over compared to the first one.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I see a lot of hype surrounding it, though.
There's what?
There's a lot of hype surrounding it.
Yeah, there is. Because Tekken Tag Tournament, the first one, even though it came out on the PS2 in 2000, that game was it was so well crafted, and I had a really fun time with that game. I mean, the characters were awesome on there, the gameplay felt balanced, it was just really fun all around.
Tekken
I just really hope, yeah, I remember the bowling, but I just hope that they don't issue 50 patches for this one.
I prefer them to do patches because they said they're doing all their stuff free. DLC and all their stuff is free.
Okay.
So I don't mind patches because I'd rather they come out with a yearly like big patch than to just leave it alone.
No, wait. I think the DLC is paid. I think that they said that there are not going to be any characters that are DLC because they don't believe in like what Capcom does. But I think that the swimsuit things that they showed, they are paid.
Really?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
So you're paying for costumes. I mean, you don't have to pay for them, but I don't want to pay for some costumes.
It doesn't affect the gameplay in any way like a character does.
Exactly. But no, it's just also, have you two noticed that there's always matchmaking issues with fighting games specifically?
What do you mean? Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because the fight have the worst.
The netcode in fighting games has to be they try to develop it more for latency issues.
Right.
Because with a fighting game, your timing has to be really tight if you want to be good.
Oh, that's
so they concern themselves more with that than actually finding a person.
Yep. And then they fail, kind of like with Dead or Alive 4.
Or Dead or Alive 5.
Dead or Alive 5.
I hope.
Let's see how that's gonna be.
It looks good.
Has anyone played the demo?
No, I didn't.
I forgot there was a demo for it, but I do actually want to play it now.
I played really the demo, and yeah.
Here's the thing, I like the Dead or Alive series a lot, so I think I'll probably like it.
But have you played Dimensions?
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, we talked about it. Dimensions was sort of like the last Dead or Alive title that used the same structure that every Dead or Alive title before it used.
Really?
But
so
this one includes, I don't know, you can do sort of super moves, sort of.
All games are incorporating like
things.
Yeah,
I don't know, it just didn't click.
All games are trying to incorporate some type of super move. Are they? Let's see. Pokemon Black or White 2. Black and White 2. I don't care.
You know, here's the thing with the Pokemon series. I haven't played them for years, but I have friends that still play them. And they say that it just... They realize how dumb the new Pokemon characters are. Like, they're just...
Yeah, they just slap names together.
They're terrible, they're unoriginal, but... They say they don't know why, but they will always buy the new Pokemon games. The Pokemon series actually has been compared to the Call of Duty series. While as the games don't come out yearly, they've been around much longer, and nobody complains when new Pokemon games come out, yet people complain with the Call of Duty games.
I guess it's because most Pokemon games add like a lot of stuff. Or at least a lot of new Pokemon.
Right, but I mean, it's like, are they original Pokemon?
They're original if you would consider Fandria original. I just threw a name out there because I have a fan going. I swear they just stick two names together. Fan Blinds or something.
Fan Blinds, Photalia.
Photalia, yeah. They don't even care.
It's like all logic is going to go out of the window when it comes to these monsters.
Just Dance 4 and Dance Central 3, they're basically the same game. And I basically care the same amount. Zero.
I have played Dance Central 3? No, Dance Central 2 and Just Dance 3. Just Dance sucks.
It does. It really does. At least Dance Central will teach you how to dance.
And it uses Kinect really well. I mean, it's the only thing I use my Kinect for.
Right,
Dance Central.
Wasn't Dance Central made by the same people who did PGR? I can't remember.
No, it's the people that made Rock Band.
Rock Band? Oh, okay, Harmonix. Okay, that was a real big mess up on my part. I have high hopes for Dance Central 3, but just because I'm expecting them to put a lot of 80s songs. Right. See, it's going to be the same as the updates with the Rock Band game. It's just, you might expect some new matchmaking things here and there, some new menus to make everything run smoother, better graphics, but
they have a story mode now.
They have a story. I don't really know if I want to play that for story, though, is the thing.
Borderlands 2.
Borderlands
Me wanty.
This game looks really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks awesome to me. Like, I still need to play through the first one, but I loved it when they used Nero's song in there. And I think the thing that made me want to play the game is when you see Claptrap come out and he starts dancing. Best part of the trailer. If you guys have not seen the trailer, just look up Borderlands 2 trailer. You will know what I'm talking about.
F1 2012. I don't care for racers like this.
Oh, wait. What about NASCAR? Well... Hey, guess what?
Forza?
They went around the lap, and then they went around the lap again.
Is Forza coming out this year?
I think there will be Forza coming out. I can't remember what exactly it's called, but one of my friends...
Horizon.
Okay, one of my friends, he was asking me, he was just like, why do we need a new Forza? It's not like it's going to look any better than 4. It's going to look the same and all that. And it's coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, but actually, this one's pretty different.
Is it?
Are they doing are they doing an arcadey feel, or is it still going to be realistic?
No. It's more of an arcadey feel. And it's actually set on a sandbox, like I don't know, Burnout Paradise.
Boo!
You didn't like Burnout Paradise?
I hated Burnout Paradise.
Okay,
I like the open world feel to it, but once you get into a race, I want to be told where to go. Because I was going up mountains and stuff, and
Albert, save this. Me and you are going to be talking about this later.
Okay. Street Fighter 25th anniversary. There's actually a tournament going on right now for this. I don't care either way. Hey, Albert, you typed in Anniversay. I see that now. As soon as I said, I paused for a second. I was like, 25th anniversary. I typed in Anniversay. Family Guy back to the multiverse. From what I hear, this is like an MMO type thing.
Oh, okay, so that's what they're doing. Because I remember before we were talking about if it was going to be like the Family Guy game that came out a few years ago, which I will admit, like, when I was talking about it, they did a great job with the voice acting and all that, and it played like a Family Guy episode, but the problem is it didn't play well.
One Piece Pirate Warriors, like I said, that's a game for me.
I'm a One Piece fan. I've never watched... I've seen some of One Piece, but I've never been a fan of it, but I know it has a huge following.
If you've seen the 4Kids version, yeah, you haven't seen One Piece.
Okay,
it's terrible.
Because that's what everybody watched.
Yeah, it was... Oh, they butchered it. Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Alright, guys. This could be on me, okay? So, you guys gotta realize with the new Call of Duty game, there's gonna be graphics in there. Alright? It's gonna have graphics. They're going to be adding guns. And they're also going to be adding maps. This is going to be the end-all title of all...
Wait a second. Can I play with my friends around the world?
Yes, you can.
Here's my $60.
You might want... Oh, and give me another $50 to pay for Call of Duty Elite. Oh, and I need another $60 for that year of live, because you're going to be playing this all year, even when the game pisses you off.
You're going to justify your purchase.
Black Ops 2 is just when I said, that's enough. Modern Warfare 3, I kind of liked it, and I swear to God, when I was watching the E3 360 press conference, when they showed the Black Ops 2 demo, I fell asleep.
I'm trying to remember what made me fall asleep. I think it was that one thing with the PS3 conference, the Sony conference where they did the Wonder Book.
Oh no, I laughed my ass out of that.
Albert, did you see that? That was terrible.
Yes.
And
I'm like, what is this?
They couldn't even get it to work properly.
Okay. Naughty Bear, Panic in Paradise. Don't care. I always wanted to play the original because I heard it was just that bad that it was just fun.
Yeah,
I just never got around to it.
It was good, kind of like Wanted or I don't know, another game. I'm trying to think of any other games that are like that.
It's just so terrible. You can't help but laugh.
Exactly.
And have a really good time. Okami HD. Never played Okami. This is for me.
Same here. I do want to play this one because it came out on the PS2, got very high scores. Came out on the Wii as well. People said it didn't handle quite as well on the Wii, but they still gave it very high scores. So I really want to see it, especially in HD.
Yeah, I played the PS2 version, and actually also the DS game that came out. It was a really good game, and seeing it in HD. If it is given the proper treatment, not like Silent Hill.
Yeah, I was about to say, Silent Hill, they made it look worse in some parts.
Oh, did they? Because I planned to play through all of Silent Hill.
Man, I remember Silent Hill 3, I was playing it in a hotel room, like the HD remake, and I was playing it on a TV where I couldn't adjust the brightness, and I had the brightness up all the way on the game itself, and the first 5 minutes when you're in the carnival, I couldn't see anything. It was so bad.
Way of the Samurai 4. I know nothing of these games.
Same here. I just know there's going to be a fourth one.
And it's about samurais, apparently.
Exactly, and the way they're going, so left to right.
Persona 4 The Golden. This is the PS Vita re-release with extra features and all that.
Okay. That just might make me buy Vita.
Vita.
Man, yeah. I want to see more homebrew and such run on the Vita, but I think this will be a successful release.
Yeah, if they would have brought this out pretty early in the Vita's run, I feel the Vita would have done much better.
Yeah,
Persona, is it really successful?
It has a good cult following, but it's not like super mainstream.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The games sell, tens of thousands of units, I would say, but I don't know about like 100,000. And some of the fans are pretty dedicated. I remember when I think Persona 3 came out on PS2, one of my buddies, he went to, sorry if I'm going to go into a little story here, but like after school, he ended up going to donate plasma, and then he got his money, and he went up to GameStop, bought the game. He was completely tired. His arm was all bruised up and everything. And then he went home and passed out while he was watching the intro movie for it. I mean, that's dedication right there.
Jet Set Radio.
Yes.
This is for Xbox Live Arcade.
Yes. I have to play this. I loved Radio Future, and I played a little bit of radio on the Dreamcast, but I have to play this on Xbox Live Arcade.
I never played the Xbox game, but the Dreamcast one was great.
Right.
Never played any of them. I always wanted to.
I liked the Xbox one more just because it was faster paced.
Sims 3 Supernatural expansion packs.
Ooh, Supernatural.
I stopped playing The Sims 3 when it was just The Sims 3. I never saw any expansion or anything.
I played the.
Well, this one's for you.
I played the first Sims a little bit, and like I couldn't get into it. Like I don't want to control an NPC's life.
I just never got into any Sims. It seems like too much of an investment of time and money just to get a life.
Exactly.
You're playing. I mean, you're serving a person. You're making him go through your daily life. So you might as well just go your own life.
Yeah, it's pretty much World of Warcraft without all the Warcraft.
For FIFA 13.
As long as people don't get their shit hacked up, I think I'm okay with this.
Oh, they will. Hackers find a way. Hackers gonna hack.
Yep, hackers gonna hack.
Marvel vs. Capcom Origins. This is Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and Marvel Superheroes in one bundle.
Okay.
Why didn't they just release these separately instead of an on-disc thing? I don't know. Could have been on Xbox Live. Could have been on PSN.
Okay, at least we could see that this is kind of not a super money-hungry thing. If they were wanting to be more money-hungry, they could have released both of them separately.
But if the game is going to be like $30 anyway, it's going to be the same thing.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
But wait, are you saying Capcom isn't money hungry?
No,
I don't understand that statement.
They're trying to.
That sentence doesn't go together.
This just because they've been in the wrong for so many years, especially starting with the quote unquote online version of Resident Evil 5, like the online multiplayer.
Oh.
If anybody downloaded that, it was like 3 megabytes.
It was all on disc. That's what their whole thing has been.
Yep.
They want to save the people bandwidth and stuff, but the code is there. I'm not gonna get into Capcom. I could go an hour on them. Exactly. Let's just put it like that.
We'll save that for another episode. But next up, we do have another Capcom game.
Resident Evil 6.
Resident Evil 6. Okay, does anybody want the demo breakdown that I have?
Please.
Okay.
Before you go, let me just say I played through Leon's campaign in the demo and Chris's campaign in the demo.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, pretty much Leon's part. He starts off, and I remember you were saying you can have your input on here. Albert, what were you telling me before about Leon? How dumb
he's a freaking idiot in this. It's like somebody removed his brain, zombified it just enough so he has proper motor functions and put it back in his head. How can he go through
Resident Evil 6?
How can he go through Resident?
What he went through in Raccoon City and everything?
Exactly. He went through 2. He went through 4. He went through all these games, and then in Resident Evil 6. The president is turned. He's moaning, he's groaning, he's coming close to the girl. Please, Mr. President, I don't want to do this. Don't do this. Don't hurt it. Shoot that fool! Shoot him! There is no turning back from that.
Pretty much all you need to know about the Leon chapter, if you haven't played it, is that now he looks completely emo. He doesn't look cool. He doesn't look badass. He doesn't look like he doesn't care. He looks emo. He looked like he was going on his way to the My Chemical Romance concert, and then he got lost somewhere, ended up shooting the president, and found this girl named Helena, and he got all excited because her name's Helena, and there's also a My Chemical Romance song by the same name. That's how it is to me, okay? And then Chris's chapter...
before you go, there's within this same demo, there's another account of him being a complete moron. When he finds that girl, there's a guy he meets, and he's like, oh, please help me find my daughter. They're like, okay, sure. He finds the girl. There's a pile of bodies and blood just draped over the floor. And she's limping, she's holding herself like she clearly got bit. Or something scratched her or something. Leon doesn't say crap about this. He just, let's go. I guess we gotta get out of here.
Exactly. And then what is she doing? She eats her dad.
Yes, in the elevator. The elevator breaks down. She eats her dad. And then, oh my God. When she attacks Leon and Helena doesn't want to shoot her, he's like, she's too far gone. It's already too late. Just shoot her. Why didn't you do that for the president?
Yeah. But going on, like, with Chris's chapter, I mean, it's more...
It's Max Payne.
It didn't feel like Max
Without
Payne.
the slow mo.
Like, it looked kind of like Max Payne because of the masks on the enemies, but I was laughing the whole time just because...
No, not that. The beginning cutscene.
Oh, yeah, it did. With him being drunk and all that,
I thought it was hilarious that he was drunk. I was laughing the whole time.
What happened?
I don't know, but they were asking him, they're just like, look at this! Do you think this would have happened? Do you remember anything? And then, pretty much like the last thing, you said you didn't play the last part, but the last part you play is Jake, who's Wesker's son, and the guy looks exactly like Eminem, so I couldn't take the game seriously. He does! If you look up Jake, he looks exactly like Eminem.
This game is just... I hope it plays well, if nothing else. Because these people are... Well, at least Leon, he's a freaking moron.
I'm sorry to extend this, but has anyone played Revelations 3D?
No, I wanted to, but I didn't.
But that sort of brought back the old horror style. Code Veronica and everything. The jail stages, at least. And I thought, at least, that they would take that into Resident Evil 6. But the demo, aside from Leon, the other two campaigns are like Resident Evil 5 or worse.
They're trying to give you a little bit of everything.
It was pretty bad.
So for the people that want that old style Resident Evil, like they said, Resident Evil 6, each campaign is going to be like 80% of Resident Evil 5. So you're still going to get about 10 hours of gameplay through each campaign.
10 hours each campaign?
Yeah, it's going to be about that. With all the cutscenes, of course.
That is
with all the cutscenes.
I think 10 hours total.
They said the cutscenes were like 4 hours altogether.
Yeah, I think it's 5 hours per campaign.
Okay, well, 5 hours per campaign. You still got 15 hours total, but you get 5 hours of a pretty good Resident Evil style game if that's what you want. But for the people that like 5, they can play through Chris and Jake or Jake.
Yep. All I know is that I'm probably going to be making a Jill sandwich out of this game.
We're going to stop with that one. NBA 2K13. Sports.
I will say the one thing the NBA series has going for it, I don't play it, but it does have a pretty damn awesome soundtrack.
Oh, yeah. Dishonored. This is the Bethesda game, if I'm remembering correctly.
Dishonored has been it's been getting a lot of hype. Many people are following it.
Yeah, it looks like Deus Ex and Thief and a little bit of Bioshock Infinite, actually.
Oh, really?
That's possible.
Yeah.
Ooh, I might have to get into this.
It's going to be a mix of some pretty awesome stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's coming out this year. Bioshock isn't, so it's even better.
There you go. We got ours out first.
Sweet.
Stop copies me. I just said Dishonor. What am I doing? 007 Legends.
What did you say? Didn't you say this was going to be a remake of some kind before?
This is going to be like 6 or 7 of the James Bond films all in one game.
Okay. I'm kind of interested to see how this will play out, how they'll divide it and everything.
From what I understand, though, Daniel Craig plays the Bond in all the Bonds. So you don't get like Roger Moore for one or Sean Connery. It's Daniel Craig through all of them.
But they're going to update the worlds of those movies?
Yeah, I think so.
The Daniel Craig one? Like
I
they
think
did
so,
with
yeah.
GoldenEye, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, when you said Sean Connery, I was trying not to laugh because I think of when they make fun of Sean Connery on like Saturday Night Live with Celebrity Jeopardy.
Shock it, Trebek. That was always great.
Mr. Connery, what does a dog, like what sound does a dog make? Moo.
I'll take the penis mightier. That's the pen is mightier. Okay, PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale. So,
PlayStation pretty much needed their own version of Smash Bros, so they're gonna try and rip off that.
Pretty much. There's a leaked list of people that are supposed to be in it. Okay, so these are the people that were leaked. today. Raiden from Metal Gear Solid.
Is he gonna be naked?
I hope not.
That's
his super. That's his super. He just gets undressed. Dante from the new Devil May Cry, the black-haired Dante.
Bitch Dante.
Yeah, pretty much. Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank. Sackboy from Little Big Planet. Spike from Ape Escape. Sir Daniel Fortesque from Medieval.
Sir Daniel Fortescue, I think.
I don't know I've never played any.
I like Medieval, so I got that. That's gonna be. I want to see that now.
Nariko from Heavenly Sword. That's actually pretty interesting. And apparently Evil Cole from Infamous. And that's the leak list for today.
They're literally taking every character that they put on any game of their own in one game and a fighting game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nintendo can't do this because they have good characters, but Sony.
That's the thing, though. The first Smash Bros. Were some characters that I never had heard of Ness. And I'm like, who the heck is Ness?
I was gonna ask, did you guys hear about? I don't remember his name, but he's the PR guy for Sony who does all the PS3 commercials.
Kevin Butler or something.
Yeah, Kevin Butler. Yeah, people were saying that he should be the final boss on this game, and he tweeted somebody and said, "I appreciate the thought, but you guys would probably like somebody you can actually beat."
They should do that black kid from the PSP commercial.
Oh, Marcus? No, they just killed him and dumped him on the river. He never showed up again.
I think he went to go do some movie as opposed to doing more PSP commercials, and now his career is just nowhere.
Sorry to go off topic here with this, but did anyone hear about when Kevin Butler ended up retweeting the encryption keys for the PS3?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
That was hilarious. He ended up deleting that tweet after like 30 minutes because then Sony contacted him and they're like, dude, you just leaked out our keys.
Okay, WWE 13. All right. This is for wrestling fans, pretty much. I am a wrestling fan, and I play a little bit of WWE 12. I think I'm just burned out on wrestling games. Like, if you can't get a group of friends together to play it, it's just not worth it.
Makes sense.
And I don't have enough wrestling friends around me to play this. Need for Speed Most Wanted. Sorry, let me say that again. Burnout Most Wanted.
Burnout Most Wanted. So they're pretty much ripping off the Burnout now, since that's part of EA.
It's Burnout. That's all it is. They're taking features from Need for Speed Most Wanted and throwing it into Burnout. I'm a Burnout fan, but they need to keep these separate.
Right. I liked one of my favorite Need for Speed games. It was Most Wanted 2 on the PlayStation 2. That was a really good one.
Assassin's Creed 3. This is everybody's game of the year 3 months before it even comes out.
Pretty much. Yeah, I'll be honest, I am happy that the Ezio series is over. I was never really into that. I really liked Altair, but I would like to see a new character. So I think I will give this a try, even though I didn't play the Ezio series.
I would say Brotherhood and Revelations made me hate Assassin's Creed. What were you going to say, Roxas?
No, I played every Assassin's Creed to date. And the one thing that, from what I've read in the previews, disappointed me about Assassin's Creed 3 is how they say you're not going to spend a lot of time with Desmond. But this is the end of the trilogy.
That's ridiculous. Wasn't it all building up to him running around in New York and all that?
Yeah.
I remember back in, back after the first Assassin's Creed came out, everybody was having these rumors saying that the second one was going to be Desmond just running around. But then I kind of felt like Prototype almost did that a little bit.
I think they're ripping off fans a little bit, because a lot of people, the whole thing, I don't see how they can end this trilogy right now, because Desmond clearly, you're not going to spend a lot of time with him. So unless it's the very end of the game, he has this like revelation, like, oh, it's this guy, or this is where this item is.
Yeah, but
they can't close it off with this game.
You have played Revelations, right, Albert?
Yeah, I've played all of them.
Have you finished it?
Yes, I've finished all of them.
I mean, Desmond has to do stuff. And
yeah, he has to.
How the hell are you not going to spend a lot of time with him?
They're going to just throw him back in, kidnap him or something. I don't know.
I pretty much had to take a backseat on the conversation. No, just because I haven't been up to speed with the Assassin's Creed series, I just don't care for it.
I don't like the series. Like, I was fine with 1. I love 2. But Brotherhood and Revelations are not $60 games. They're DLC in a $60 package.
Well, you remember with Assassin's Creed 2, there were the 2 levels that were supposedly corrupt that ended up being DLC?
Yeah. NBA Live 13. The canceled game that was renamed Elite that became live again that's coming out this year. Who cares? DBZ for Connect. Awful.
I'll be honest. First, when I read that there was going to be a DBC game for Connect, I thought it was a joke.
I think it'll be pretty fun if you get drunk, though.
Oh yeah, if you get drunk with a group of friends and just record yourself just being douchebags, I'm sure it'll be great.
Exactly.
But just standing there in the middle of the room, and doing Kamehamehas and junk, no. This is for kids, if nothing else.
Exactly. When you said that, the first thing I thought of was my little brother's playing Star Wars Connect. It was like, that was not a $60 game. That was a game you get bored of after about 15 minutes. And
somebody lets you borrow it and like, why did you even buy this?
That was not a $60 game, even close to one. Like, that is just like $8 bargain bin stuff.
Halo 4. Backseat for me, because I don't like Halo in the slightest.
Any
of them. I tried Halo. I really I'm not the type of person to hate on things without giving a chance. If there's a rap artist I hate, I'll listen to their entire album before I actually say, yeah, they're bad people. But this, I tried Halo as well, and I just can't do it.
I played every Halo till now. I thought Reach was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested in Halo 4 mainly because of, I don't know, Microsoft just bought pretty much everyone they could from every other studio and put them into one office and say, work on Halo 4. And I'm interested to see what comes out of that.
Disney Epic Mickey 2, nobody cares.
Hey, that was good. The first one.
Was it? Did you think it was good?
I apologize. I need to be brought up to speed for the past minute. I DC'd out of there.
Oh, we just, Halo 4 discussion.
Okay. But yeah, well, Roxas, where do you stand with the Halo series? I'm sorry if anything is repeated here, everyone.
No, I played every one of those. I thought the co-op was pretty fun. Reach was really good, at least in my opinion.
I doubt they're going to do this, but they need that drop-in, drop-out co-op.
They should do something like that.
Yeah, I mean, Gears of War had it, so I think Halo should have it. Halo 3 was probably the best game in the series for me. But, I don't know, Halo 4, I'm not excited about this for whatever reason. I'm going to play it, I'm going to beat it, I'm going to try it online, but I'm not excited at all.
My friend went to, I think it was RTX, and they had a Halo 4 setup, and they were able to get the game. And he really liked it, but there was one game mode, and he said it is Call of Duty. That's exactly what it is.
I believe it.
That one game mode. Then we were starting to talk about Disney Epic Mickey 2, and Roxas said he liked the first one. And I'm about to give him crap about it.
I just feel it's sad that Warren Spector is doing Epic Mickey right now.
Why do you say that?
Well, he made Deus Ex.
Okay.
He needs that money. He ain't eating. Dude's gotta eat.
I mean, you can only eat ramen for long enough.
He actually
I didn't.
likes what he does. He actually thinks this is like the best game ever.
Disney Epic Mickey 2?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna enjoy this
something
game.
good about it.
Hitman Absolution. It looks good. Apparently, they're gonna try to tie it in with the murder of one of the princesses. I think it was Princess Di.
Princess Di.
Yes.
Appropriate name.
No, so yeah, you got to the confusion of the forums. Did you read?
No, I didn't.
It's actually Diane's death. I think it's Dana. I haven't played Hitman in a long time. She was the chick who gave him orders.
Oh, okay.
There was a confusion in the topic. Everybody thought what you just said.
Yeah, I literally glanced at it.
And yeah, they were all explaining, no, it's not the princess. It's bad topic.
Bad topic person. It still looks good to me, though. I've never really played a Hitman game. I tried to play a little bit of Hitman Blood Money, and I just wasn't feeling it. But this looks good.
Right. See, I've never been a Hitman fan either, so that's why I didn't really have much input.
Yeah, I have played all of them, but all of the additions that they're making, like that vision where you can see where the guards are walking, I don't like that. But I'm reserving my judgment because they said you can turn all of that off.
Okay.
Far Cry 3.
I've never been into the Far Cry series, to be honest. I mean, it always looks good. It's always pushing the limits, but I've never been into it. I do like the map customization and the map builder that they had on Far Cry 2, though. Like, people were building maps, like, with a Bikini Bottom from SpongeBob. And they good.
That's something like Left 4 Dead needs. Because the PC version has the Ocarina of Time, one of the temples, the Forest Temple or whatever, and it's spectacular. Left 4 Dead 2, yeah, the PC version.
I know what I'm going to be downloading.
It's so good. It's so much fun too. They recreated perfectly, like pushing the blocks and jumping in specific platforms and all this stuff. It's just great.
That is awesome.
But getting back to the topic, has anyone played Far Cry 2?
I played a little of it.
I played about an hour of it.
Yeah, but I played it up to 50% of it, and I just felt that the one thing that made me hate this game was the need to drive so much.
Makes sense.
You had to get into the car, you had to drive all the way there, and there were outposts with soldiers that you took out, and when you came back, they were full again.
The game is huge.
That respawn garbage.
They changed those things for Far Cry 3, so for now I'm waiting to see what comes out of it, but
cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to put it.
Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon. Never played the first Luigi's Mansion, even though I always wanted to.
First Luigi's Mansion is fantastic. I'll say that right now, but I'm not sure how this is going to play exactly on a 3DS. People are going to want this on the Wii or the Wii U.
Not a lot of people got 3DSs.
That is true.
But that's one of the reasons to keep it on something like 3DS, try to boost console sales.
I guess so.
I can see them if it doesn't do well on the 3DS. I can see them porting it to like a Wii or a Wii U to try to get those sales up.
Oh god, but you're gonna have to go from the little tiny DS screen to the 3DS screen to 1080.
Hey, they do. Yeah, I guess you're right. I was about to say Phoenix right, but it's supposed to look like that. Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed. We were actually talking about this a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't played the first game, and I don't understand why you are waiting for it so much.
Oh, I didn't say I was waiting for it. Don't twist my words.
I was only saying that the first one was actually good for a racer. It's like, if you want to play something that's Mario Kart and you don't have a Nintendo system, go ahead and get this. Yeah,
it's competent. But I'm not like, oh yeah, this is one of my top, I need this. No.
Exactly. Now, if you're talking about Sonic 06, I mean, that's obviously right there.
I mean, if there were still like blockbusters around, it's a good game to pick up on the weekend and just chill and play with some friends or something. It's not anything I would go out and buy.
Yeah.
Arkham City Armored Edition for the Wii U is basically the Wii U. I think we could
actually just put Armored Edition and pretty much the entire Wii U into one conversation. I think that the fact that they're reselling Arkham City, that's a game that's a year old, as a launch title is pretty sad.
That's not... Even if the game is good, this isn't going to come out. And the next title that's on our list isn't going to be that good as a re-release either. But, I mean, I'm not excited for this at all. I don't want to play it. And honestly, it looks like it would be harder using the Wii U controller.
I think this is for people that didn't have a PlayStation or Xbox, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna buy the Wii U anyway, so this is a good game for me. I don't see why people. I don't.
You're talking about the 5 people in the world that are Wii fanboys.
Pretty much. This is for the Wii fanboys that just bash everything PlayStation and Xbox and like, yeah, I'm never gonna buy those systems. But now Arkham City is coming to us, so yeah.
No, there was this one guy, this was years ago, there was this video where there was this, like, really smelly, crazy fat dude who was waiting in line for, like,
I could smell him through the computer.
Oh, you saw that video? Roxas?
No.
You guys don't know? Dang. But, like, what happened, like, they were interviewing him, and he was like, yeah, I have an Xbox at home, and that's decent, but, you know, for me to even get the PlayStation, it has to come down by at least $400. He was just talking this crazy talk, and it's like, dude, you're old and creepy, you're waiting for a Wii. You think it's not logical.
Okay, new Super Mario Bros. U.
That's sad.
Yeah, so what's the rehash?
And it's actually worse, because new Super Mario Bros. 2 is coming out in a few days for the 3DS.
Yeah, I was about to say, there was one coming out on portable.
And it looks just the same as the new Super Mario Bros. U. And you'd think that they would launch it with something like Galaxy, a title that was developed for the console, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, if they launched with Galaxy 3, Nintendo, you better be listening if you are. That would be amazing for the Wii U, honestly.
Zone of the Enders HD collection. Mine, wanty.
Yes, I was about to say, Albert, this is our game right here. Roxas, did you play Zone of the Enders?
Yes, I did. I loved it.
Okay.
Yes.
Here we go, because the last time we did this, nobody liked Zone of the Enders, so all of us...
Or they didn't play it. I couldn't understand it. This game is excellent.
It is so good. And I remember I really liked the soundtrack on it. I liked the graphics. I liked everything in there. It was all good. And Albert, you even said you don't like mechs.
I hate mech games. I hate mech anime. I hate mechs, period. Yes, but this game was just great. Yeah, exactly. It's just that good of a game. It just breaks the barriers of that mech hatred down. It's just that good. Exactly. People play it. Go play it.
I'm playing this in HD.
And I used to play it even has a multiplayer. It's like Budokai before Budokai was out. Oh my god, I love that game. I can't wait for this. Devil's Third. The first time we did this, we didn't know anything about it, but we looked up some trailers and information. Yep. It looks really good.
To me, it looks good. I'm going to play it.
I'm kind of...
Are we going to play it? I mean, is it going to come out?
It says it's supposed to come out. I'm glad I didn't see this when it was first announced at E3 2010 or it had a trailer or whatever, because I'd be pissed that this game kept getting pushed back. Because I want this game now. And it's supposed to be coming out this year.
No. I think it's 2013 at best.
You know,
the last I've seen is 2012.
You know, whenever people talk about game delays, I just always think of Duke Nukem Forever.
That doesn't even count.
That just makes it better, I'm just saying.
That thing started development in like 2002.
No, it started in like 96, I think.
Jesus!
They went through 3 or 4 different engine changes, and actually the game that got released, the final product, I think that was using the same game engine for like 2005.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about this one. Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and this is our last game.
I'm surprised you didn't know about this one.
Hey, I left Dead or Alive 5 off the list.
Yeah, I don't know, I haven't played the beta. The beta's been out for a while, and Roxas, you could probably talk about this more, but what I heard about this game was that they were trying to bring, the graphics and kind of style of play a little bit from Counter-Strike Source, but they were trying to integrate, the addiction and all that, and just close quarters combat that 1.6 had.
Yeah, there's there's a lot of small stuff that they changed. There's some details that they've changed on the maps that people that played 1.6 are gonna appreciate or hate. It has the graphics of Portal 2.
Okay.
So
that's pretty good.
It does look better. Actually, one thing that I really like is that guns cast a shadow on your hands.
Okay.
Which I've never seen before. But here's my problem with Global Offensive is that I think that, they reduced the recoil and everything that Source and 1.6 had. They're making it simpler for, like, the Call of Duty fans.
Of course. They need that Call of Duty money. That's what every game company is coming out saying. We want that Call of Duty.
Valve doesn't need money.
Yeah.
Valve doesn't.
Valve doesn't. But I'm very disappointed that Valve's going to be doing that.
I guess they just want more. I mean, it's more money. Who doesn't? What game company is going to be like, no, we don't want your Call of Duty money?
Well,
it sells like 7 million first day every time.
That is true. Well, Valve was doing that with the Steam sale. They kept pushing it back and back, even though people were throwing their money. But I mean, at the end, they finally counted to 3 and they put it up.
They couldn't get that number out.
Exactly. Half-Life 1, we got Half-Life 2, we got Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. What comes after 2?
They missed that day in kindergarten.
Oh, and they have Half-Life 2 episodes 1 and episodes 2. I think that was the force slap to the face.
We're gonna release 5 Half-Life games, and none of them are 3.
Exactly.
Come on now. Okay, most anticipated games coming out.
Can I start?
Sure. Give your top 5, top 3, whatever.
My top 3 anticipated games?
Sure.
Okay, so I think none of them have been announced, but Half-Life 3, Persona 5, or whatever, and
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that.
Yes.
No, but before that, Versus 13 has to come out sometime before they can actually start to develop Kingdom Hearts 3. So maybe we'll see that in the generation that comes after the next one.
No, but, I want my Kingdom Hearts 3.
Screw your logic. I want that.
I've had enough of the sides. We've had 2 DS games, and we've had a 3DS game coming out. Just give us 3.
A PSP game, and I also hear there's a Vita game possibly coming out.
Oh, yeah.
No. He actually said that he doesn't like the Vita.
Really?
Yeah, it actually surprised me. He said, like, yeah, but if we're gonna make a Vita title, considering how well does the Vita games look compared to the PS3, we might as well just make a PS3 game.
Makes sense.
I'll tell you this right now. I suspect there will be a Kingdom Hearts character in PlayStation All-Stars. I just feel it coming.
It's always going to be Mickey.
To close my most anticipated game, Half-Life. I mean,
Half-Life.
If you play the episodes,
they're fantastic.
The ending of episode 2, that's bullshit. It's even worse that they tease you in Portal 2 with the Borealis thing.
Oh yeah.
They just teasing you, and they're not ever gonna release it, and I don't know. And I feel it can't possibly live up to the expectations that game has.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was already like finished development and they came out in October like, hey, Half-Life 3 is next week?
Oh,
they just kept it under super wraps.
I remember when the Steam sales were going on, somebody photoshopped this and they said this is going to be the sale for the last day. And it was either Half-Life 3 for the full price or every single game on Steam for 99% off. And you had to make that choice.
Danny, your games?
Yes. Let's see. Borderlands 2, that's going to be, because I'm going to list my top 3. Borderlands 2, that's going to be number 3.
Amazing.
That game looks pretty good to me. I mean, I'm excited about it. Watch Dogs, that will be... I don't know, like, number 1, number 2, I'm not going to throw up 4, I'm just going to put up 3, but these ones I can transpose between them. Kingdom Hearts 3 I'm excited about, just because I've been wanting that for years, and Watch Dogs looks really good. However, I mean, I am more excited for Kingdom Hearts 3, but who knows when that's going to come out.
It's not even in development, as far as people know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is in development, but they haven't announced anything on it yet. They haven't come out and said, hey, we're working on this right now.
Okay, my top 3. Watch Dogs is number 3. And number 1 and number 2 is a tie between, and it's because I don't know a lot about them, The Last of Us and Beyond.
Ooh, yes.
Beyond by the developers of Heavy Rain and Fahrenheit. Oh my god, I love that development studio. And this game looks amazing. I want this game so bad.
Wait.
Oh my god, here it comes. This is going to be your last episode.
I honestly hated Heavy Rain.
Yep, your last episode. I hope you had a good time, Roxas. This is it for you here.
So this is the game that everybody likes, and I hate Heavy Rain.
Oh my Jesus.
Oh man.
If I could punch you through this screen, I would.
What?
Heavy Rain was so good.
Who thought that you would have to steer a character? And
that's the great thing about it. It immerses you in it.
It's a movie that gives you options. And you get into the game too. Like, Albert, remember you and I were talking about this? And we were just saying it's like the game makes you sad. You get into it.
It just makes you so depressed. Like, I wanted to save that kid. Like, I play other games and it's like, oh man, if I don't save this kid, that's kind of messed up. But I wanted this kid to live. I felt it.
And the whole time you're playing the game, you feel so sad.
It's the president's crazy. The rain is constantly going. Oh. You're a robot. That's your problem. If that game doesn't make you sad, you're a robot. I'm sorry. We were talking about Burnout Paradise in our love-hate thing. I hate that game.
Wait, so are we doing the love-hate thing now?
Sure, we went through our top 3. Let's do the love-hate. He right into it. Burnout Paradise.
What do you hate about this game?
Okay, so I like the open world thing. I like you could choose if you want to do a race at any time. You can go here and get to whatever you want. You can get your car fixed up. You can pick your cars or motorcycles or whatever. But once the race starts, it needs to stop being open world. That's when it needs to get linear. I need to hit those turns that I need to hit. I need to hit that ramp I need to hit. I don't want to be open world with that because if the finish line is like 5 miles away and you've got like 80 different ways you can go, because there was this race that was literally like 6 miles away. I had to hit one turn at least, and I did that. And then I found myself up a mountain.
And that screws you up, right?
Yeah. But then I was like a mile away. No, I was like 300 feet away, and I didn't see a finish line. And I realized I had went up a mountain that was nowhere close to where the finish line was. I can't race like that, and it's just awful to me.
See, I'll admit I had that issue a few times, but I don't know, once I got used to that, like, once, I was kind of learning the map and all that, I found that to be okay. I didn't really mind it that much, but the few times that did happen, it did piss me off, I will give you that. And
as far as I know, you couldn't just end the race. You had to finish it.
Right.
So, yeah, if you can't...
Wait, did you have the latest update? Because if you put on, like, the 2 gigabyte updates, you can have options to end the race, restart the race, all that stuff.
Oh, no, this was when it first came out that I played it.
No, it's come a long way since it first came out.
Yeah, at that time, you couldn't restart or anything. And I hated it. The first one
was not that good. The very first one, play the patched version. It's so much better.
What's another game? If you could throw out a game you love, man.
Roxas, do you got a game you want to talk about?
No.
He talked about Heavy Rain, and I hate this guy now.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I'll throw in Gears 1. Did not like that game.
Didn't like any of the Gears.
I like the...
They're okay.
I like the Gears of War series. See, here's how it is to me. Like, Gears of War 1, everybody liked it a lot. I didn't I didn't like the storyline, I didn't like the multiplayer, even though I beat the game 4 times. I don't really know why I did, but I did. It was one of those things, but like Gears 2, I absolutely loved everything about that game. Then Gears 3 I felt like didn't bring anything to the table. That's just me explaining it in short, but like the first one, I don't understand why people liked it. I can't fathom it.
Okay, while you guys think, I'm gonna run down my game. Oh, go ahead.
Wait, I have one game that I like, and from what I've heard, people don't like it that much. ODST.
It wasn't.
People hate that game. They feel it should be a $15 DLC.
It was not bad. It was okay, but it was one game I'm going to play through one time.
And then just forget about it.
That was the best campaign for me of all the Halos.
Interesting. Like, what did you like about it? Like, I'm not bashing you on it. I just kind of want to see, because you're the only person who's ever said that was your favorite Halo. Like, at least that I've heard.
It was different. I mean, Halo 3, I understand, you were a superpower Spartan, and Reach 2, but ODST at least tried to mix it up a bit. The whole detective side and the noir feel that you're alone in this city, and that, you can't just go and punch twice a brute and he'll die.
I'm sorry, at least to me, with the detective thing, that pissed me off. I felt like I was playing Blue's Clues, and I felt like the game was toying with me. I will admit, that pissed me off.
Okay, if you guys think of other games while I give off my list of games, because like I said, I can list like 20. Final Fantasy VII, hated it.
Why do you hate it?
You
can't hate that game.
I do.
What?
It's so boring.
What? Okay, when did you play it?
I played it like a year after I played Dragon. So this is like 2001.
Really? So that was only like 4 years after it came out. What made you hate it?
Okay. First of all, I should have played it before Dragon, because after I played Dragon, it just was a piece of crap. I like the active battles, and I played Legaia before it. So with those two innovative fighting systems, compared to, it was just click button to attack, and I wasn't liking that at the time. I like the active battle system, but I was a kid, so a lot of times I would get called away by like my parents or something, and I couldn't, and it didn't stop the game. You couldn't pause or anything.
Stolen again.
So yeah, I couldn't. The characters suck. Beyond like three people, the characters suck. The main character, beyond like 3 people, they suck. Cloud is garbage. I hate his emotes. Sephiroth.
Cloud was super awesome with his polygons. He was a square. He looked awesome.
Jesus Christ. Sephiroth was cool, but it's like he was just some dude with mommy issues.
He was a guy that got really, really pissed off, and he had a huge sword.
And he wanted to smash a meteor into Earth or whatever. Come on.
But he looked badass.
That's fine, but I didn't care about the characters. I didn't care about the plot. The plot was just very all over the place, by the way. I didn't care about the fighting system. The materia, I don't even understand why they did that. I mean, I understand it's a good system and all that, but give my healing people healing abilities. Give my fire people fire ability. Don't just say, hey, you can use whatever with whoever. It kind of diminishes the speciality of each character. It just makes them all seem the same.
Well, this was 97, where they were still kind of learning with the PlayStation and such.
I just did not like Final Fantasy VII.
You know, one thing I can say about the game, this is probably the only negative thing I have to say about it. I did not play 6, but many Final Fantasy fans claim that 6 is the best one, and that 7...
That's what I hear.
7 is acclaimed to be the best one, just because at the time in 97, when the PlayStation was new, it was completely new having 3 discs full motion video on a console.
Yeah, it was... At the time, it was fine, but like I said, I played it after the time, and I played it after Legend of Dragoon, I played it after Legend of Legaia, and it was mediocre compared to those. It was mediocre overall. If I had played it in 97, I probably would have seen it with the giant discs in my eyes. Oh my god, this is so amazing. Look at the graphics and this overlapping story and stuff. But after playing those games, it's just like, this isn't very good.
I don't know what to say to you, man. I'm sorry. Okay, that's like I said. I could do a whole Kingdom Hearts series. I don't like those. Dustin!
No. That's my breaking point. I have to log off right now.
He's pretty much going directly for my balls.
Like, I played every.
My balls are turning blue because he has such a tight squeeze on them right now.
I played every Kingdom Hearts except the last two that were released, which was Birth by Sleep and 35, 8 Days over 2, whatever.
The best one.
Which one?
Birth by Sleep was the best one?
For me,
is that what you?
Yes.
In my opinion, Kingdom Hearts 2 was the best.
I've played 1, I've played 2, I've played Chain of Memories, I've played Rechain of Memories. I hate that series.
Why do you hate it?
I don't like, first of all, the battle system, it plays like a worse, what's that game? It plays like a worse Dai-Hack GU. With the whole Encompass story and the Encompass battle area where you free roam and you can attack. Dai-Hack GU's was much better. The story, what? It's just some dude visiting Disney places with these shadows and jump.
Wait. Now, Albert, how old were you when you started playing?
I was like, I played it the first years it came out.
Like, but how old were you at the time?
When did they come out? Like 2002?
2002, I'd say, yeah.
Okay, so I was like 14.
So wait, then I thought you could relate to him more because the main character's 14 at the time.
I didn't relate to him. I didn't care.
That game was just like, that's the game I got into. Like, I found the characters fascinating and all, and I will admit, years later, the first one doesn't stack up that well, but the second one, I still absolutely love everything about it.
Roxas is a terrible character.
Oh no.
Let me just say that.
Oh god, what are you saying? Roxas in here.
Roxas is a terrible.
I'm calling shenanigans on here. You are pissed because Roxas doesn't like Heavy Rain.
No, that's not it at all. Roxas is a terrible character.
Roxas
he is boring.
Character for me that even all of these years after that Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, my friends know me for Roxas.
I find him to be a boring character, and I believe he has underlying homosexual tendencies.
Oh god.
That's not why I hate him. I don't hate gay people or anything.
Chick-fil-A over here.
No, I don't care what you like, what your preference is. I just don't like Roxas as a character. Sora is he's the quintessential hero. There's nothing special about him.
No, I mean, I love Kingdom Hearts, but I don't like Sora, for example. That I can understand. Maybe
I love Riku.
By sleep.
I love Riku. I absolutely love Riku.
Love that dude.
I don't care about Kairi because she's the quintessential female protagonist.
Well, as a kid, I thought she was really hot, so I was like all over that in my imagination. But then again, I was like, what? I was like 10, maybe? I don't know.
You know what? We're going a little long. I'm not going to list off anymore. Let's get into the Dark Knight.
Okay, because you already pissed us off with 2 out of 2 titles. What can you do?
I mean, I could keep going and people would just get more and more pissed at me because there's so many of those super popular games that I just do not like. And those are 2 of them. Okay, Dark Knight Rises. It came out last week for us, but it came out just this week for Roxas.
Yep. Roxas, did you watch it?
Yes.
Okay.
I saw it on opening day here.
Okay. So, I don't know, I think it is safe to say that there will be spoilers here, so, just, I don't know, next 10, 15 minutes, probably just skip these if you don't want to hear them.
I mean, basically, it's over. This is the last segment, so if you don't want to hear spoilers, you can just stop right here.
Makes sense.
So, yeah, this is my spoiler. This movie is terrible.
And see, here's the thing, I liked the movie, and I was one of those people, you know, Batman Begins, I thought it was okay. Dark Knight, I was one of the few people in the world, I did not like the movie. I didn't like it. I had to watch it at least 4 times over to finally even, like, think that it was decent. I thought it was just overhyped, and I thought just because Heath Ledger was the Joker and he passed away right before the movie came out, it was overhyped because of that, and it didn't deserve to be the best movie ever like everyone made it out to be.
Or the best superhero movie.
That too,
ever.
but I really liked Dark Knight Rises. I liked that.
Danny,
yes.
Have you read the comic books?
I have not read the comic books.
I have.
Albert, I think you either read Nightfall or you're reading it now?
I'm reading it now.
Yeah, so you see, this could have been much better.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I'm within like 3 issues of Nightfall, and they could have made it so much better. Bane doesn't feel like he doesn't have the big presence of the comic.
Oh, no. And
this is the way I feel. Yeah.
His voice was just stupid. And we talked about this before. I hated how they killed him off.
Definitely. It didn't feel satisfying in the least. Here's Catwoman, shoot.
Yeah, to me, it almost seems like how people were disappointed with the Nemesis death in Resident Evil 2. Like the movie Resident Evil. You know what I mean?
can understand that because it's a video game movie. You're going to get some of this stupid crap.
In that because they all know Resident Evil movies suck.
Exactly. They knew going in. But this is the big villain of the movie throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And the way you kill him off is just, hey, we're going to have Catwoman come back and just shoot him once. And he's done. That's it.
Like a fist fight with that. He's like recovered himself from the pit and everything. And he's back here, ready to kick Bane's ass. And he can't.
This is something else I hated about that last fight. They didn't get bloody. They didn't get really dirty or anything. It just felt like a little fight. It's supposed to be this epic. I wanted some blood on their face or their knuckles all broken or something. It just felt like another fight. He could have fought any villain in that point, and it would have been the same thing. By the way, they never explained.
I read about it on the internet, and I swear I didn't realize it. 5 months passed from when
it did.
Broken to when he returned.
Yep.
I honestly sat there in the theater and I didn't notice.
I noticed it, but they didn't make it feel like a 5-month span. They made it feel like this was a couple weeks later.
I guess if you want to break it down, it was like 20 weeks later.
It felt like it was 3 weeks later. It felt like it was under a month.
Well, Gotham's a pretty bad place to live, so nothing's really going to change, I guess.
I don't know. It felt like a missed opportunity.
Yes, it did. By the way, they never explained Bane's the straps on his mask. They never explained what that was.
Oh, but actually, one thing about the time from when the bomb was first activated to when they deactivated it, it did not feel like it was that long.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, they didn't do a good job with the time frame there. I will be honest, because it felt like everything happened within a week.
Yeah, actually, that's my problem. No, but
by the way, why was he
laughing over there?
Why was he able to beat Bane the second time? Like, all he did was some push-ups and some sit-ups and stuff, and now he's able to beat Bane?
Well, he had the power of fear in his hand and head. That was the meaning part. Like, that was the meaning of it.
Wouldn't the power to save people be bigger?
In the comic books, that was much better explained. Bane beat Batman because he was tired.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. He released all the prisoners. So Batman spends all these nights trying to put him back in prison and stop all these people, and he's just dead tired. And that's something they could have explored with the Alfred scene. When Alfred just leaves, he's like, I don't want to see you kill yourself. What did he hope to accomplish with that? If Batman was just spending all night in the Batcave, just night after night after night, just like breaking down, then Alfred's like, please stop this. I can't stand to see you like this anymore. I have to leave. I don't want to see you kill yourself. But he's just like, I think you want to die, so I'm leaving. I won't bury another Wayne.
Oh, sorry. I have one criticism. Joseph Blake, the cop.
Oh, Jesus.
So you're expecting me to believe that he saw that Bruce Wayne was sad, and he realized that he's got to be Batman.
Exactly. Oh my God, that was the worst. You have this mask on your face when you walked into the orphanage, and I knew you were Batman. What?
You have a mask. I do too. I'm not Batman, so it has to be you.
That was awful. He didn't do any type of detective work or anything. It was just like, I saw your face and I knew you were Batman. Okay. And Bruce Wayne
makes all the sense.
Bruce Wayne doesn't even try to dispute this. He doesn't even say like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not Batman. Oh, gee.
At least it was better than Spider-Man.
Which one? The new one or the trilogy one?
He showed his face to at least, I think, 5 people.
Yeah.
For no reason.
He does that a lot in Ultimate Spider-Man, too. Like, within 30 issues, like, 8 people knew who he was.
I believe it.
It was like Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy, Kingpin, Green Goblin.
It's like, you're not playing this safe, man.
And I can understand that. I mean, he's a young hero, so... And he doesn't know how to protect himself just yet. I can understand it. I don't like it, but I understand it.
No. Amazing Spider-Man was just bad. It felt like Twilight with Spider-Man.
People like this teen angst stuff.
I just honestly don't see... I talked about this before, but I just don't see how he could not be the most popular person at school. Because it's like, this was taking place in 2012. Where in high school, it's like, he would have made a killing. He should have.
Exactly.
He was riding to school with a skateboard. He was taking pictures with an old-ass camera. He was all into photography and all that. He had the hipster glasses. He was a total hipster. He should have been on top. Like, if you all saw 21 Jump Street, those kids, they were on top. They were the most popular kids. And that's how high school is right now. But
not to mention, he's not some ugly or pudgy or short kid. He's tall and all this.
Yeah, no homo. He's a good-looking dude.
I tell him I'm doing something. Like, a lot of people say they hated Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker. He looked like that kid that got beat up at school. Tobey Maguire looked like that kid. He was short. He had this fat, like, baby fat face. He looked like that kid that people would pick on. This guy, he's tall. Yeah, I don't see Peter Parker in him. In the spiked hair and I just didn't see Peter Parker.
It was and I'm afraid to say this, and I'm not sure myself, but Avengers, Dark Knight Rises, Amazing Spider-Man.
I would swap Amazing Spider-Man and The Dark Knight simply because I didn't like The Dark Knight.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I agree with that. Avengers was just awesome.
Yeah, pretty much let's not watch any superhero movies unless they're Avengers. But I mean, people are still going to watch them just because.
People still want that new Wolverine movie that's supposed to be coming out.
Exactly.
So, yeah, we're done here.
Yep.
We ran through the time. That fall winter preview took way longer than I thought. It was like 40 minutes.
Oh yeah, I think surprisingly with 3 people we had more to say.
So yeah, the rest of the episodes will be 30 minutes unless I can find some time to do an hour long.
This is like the intro episode, plus we kind of had to make up for the first half of the first time we did this not recording. So this is like, actually, this would pretty much be like it, I guess. It's like the hour that we did and then the half hour that we missed last time.
It pretty much is. We have been going for like an hour and a half.
Exactly. If anybody has listened to this the whole way, thank you so much.
Hey, I do an hour-long podcast every week that get 300 plus downloads on iTunes.
Yep.
So people will listen to this in like a car or, walking to school or whatever.
Definitely.
People are into games. So we plan to do an episode next week or later this week that will be released next week. We're going to do episodes every 2 weeks or so, unless I can find some time. It's hard getting people together.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard to match a schedule with people. So we're gonna shoot for every 2 weeks. On Monday will be released. Next episode we're gonna talk about HD remakes. I don't know if any of these two are on that one.
Yeah, I think I'm doing the HD remakes and on this DLC later.
Oh, on this DLC, that's gonna be fun. I actually changed it to just DLC in general because it can all just go under. But yeah, it's gonna be mostly the on this DLC. It's gonna be terrible. It's just gonna be a Capcom bash fest.
Do you all remember last generation though? When people were actually like excited for the DLC, it was something fresh and new, and we were just like, wow! So we get a complete game already on hand, and then like a year later, instead of getting bored of the game, we can pay just $5 and get 10 more hours of enjoyment out of it. And now it's like, it's a burden to get that DLC because you have to think I'm going to pay $60 for the game, and I'm probably going to have to pay another $30 for the downloadable content. And how many hours am I going to get out of there? Then the game is going to have a bunch of glitches, so I'm going to have to expect patches. I might not even get it on release date just because of that.
The problem is that back in the day, those games were complete.
Yeah,
these games are rushed and buggy. Fallout New Vegas.
On the PlayStation 2, if a game came out with a game-crippling bug, they would do a recall on that. Now, you just issue a patch. Nothing big.
Nothing big. You'll lose like $20,000 putting it up on the networks, but it's a drop in the bucket compared to 1,000 people. Even if 1,000 people get it, that's $600,000.
Exactly.
So it's just a drop in the bucket. So yeah, that's gonna be next episode. HD Remakes is next episode.
Oh yeah.
Episode 3 is gonna be the state of the FPS games, and then episode 4 is gonna be the DLC episode.
Call of Duty cuff.
I hate Call of Duty. That's just what that episode is gonna be called. Call of Duty is terrible.
Well,
so yeah, until next time.
Beyond.
Oh my God! No, you can't be on any episode with Quantic Dream. None of them. I'll kick you even if you try to get on.
I think maybe just to get everybody pissed, for every episode we should have one game that Albert hates and everyone likes.
Dude, it'll be like 80% of games. You just don't understand my list of games I can't stand that other people love. You know what? Once we're done with this, I'm going to go through a list. Just for you two. I'm going to go through a list. So until next week or the week after, we'll see you guys next time.
Yep, definitely. Mr. Mario signing off. I got to go drain my main vein.
Roxas signing off. It's good time.
And I am Drinky.